To be honest with characters, the story, and presentation. Uh, it starts with a script, and it goes to the cast. I mean, I generally avoid having 30-year-olds playing 15, as some people do. I mean, Molly in this movie is playing her age. Actually, she's playing about 6 months younger than she really is, but it's easier to identify. I mean, this is an actual 17-year-old girl. This isn't a 25-year-old girl trying to be 17.
It does seem like a long time ago. Well, it was a long time ago. I was just graduating from high school. Actually, I was taking my exams during the filming of Pretty in Pink because it was just before the summer. So I actually remember doing a scene in Trax, the record store, and then going to my trailer and taking my algebra final, which I aced. Thank you very much.
She was only 17 when we did the movie, and she would shoot during the day and then go up and do her studies. And she literally one day took a test, an exam, and then came down and shot the film.
You're doing extremely well in your courses, and I think your chances of getting a scholarship are excellent.
Pretty Pink was written for her. I think she was the perfect John Hughes muse, I guess.
He had just moved to ICM at the time, and I was a client there. And they had given him a stack of headshots of different actors that were at the agency, and he was in the middle of casting Breakfast Club in Chicago locally. So the story goes, they gave him a headshot, and he picked it out of a stack and put it above his writing desk and wrote 16 Candles with my face there. And then later we actually met. I remember being annoyed that I had to go meet somebody on a weekend. I think it was on a Saturday or Sunday, and I didn't feel like I wanted to. I mean, I wanted to hang out with my friends on the weekend, but the agent said, no, this is important. You should meet this person. So I didn't drive yet. My mom drove me to I think he was staying in the Universal Hotel, whatever it is that's near Universal Studios. And I remember sitting in the lobby sort of pouting and figuring I was just going to meet some boring director. And the first thing I remember about him were his tennis shoes. John Hughes had a really incredible collection of sneakers, and very sort of elaborate, big sneakers. And that was the first thing I remember seeing are the sneakers, and then his face and his glasses and his spiky hair. And I thought, maybe this won't be so bad. And we just got along great. We talked about music and talked about the script. He was very funny, a great storyteller. And so after that, we just started doing these movies together.
This is a girl who doesn't have a lot of money. She's at a rich high school. Most people are rich. She's, there's a lower strata in this community, and she's part of that. And is judged not always for what she is, but for what she has.
Excuse me.
I don't want you to see where I live, okay?
I came from sort of the middle, so I saw more than me and less than me. And I always thought that was sort of tragic, and I still do, that certain people, just because, with things over which they have no control, affect their lives. And I think that's a tragedy. I think that's real sad. I think it's something that should be examined.
It's a classic sort of, girl from the other side of the tracks wanting to pull herself up. She understood that very well, and Molly fought very hard for her career. I think that her family was dependent on her working as well, so she knew the underpinnings of that character intimately, I think.
I connected to her. She was an underdog and somebody that felt a little bit different and felt awkward, and I felt that way in school because of working and looking different. The red hair, the freckles. I was very skinny, and it wasn't really considered the beauty ideal, whatever, of that time. And I got teased a lot and bullied, and I remember going to school in 6th grade and getting bullied by girls. I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to kick your ass after school. And you're thinking, why? Why is this person picking on me? I had a bully in 7th grade, this girl named Laverne, who was in 8th grade, who just picked me out and just said, you know, I'm going to kick your ass after school. I'm going to kick your. And I thought, who is this person? Why? Why are they picking on me? What did I do? And I hated it. It made going to school really difficult. To the point of when I got to 8th grade, I actually had to leave my junior high school because it was just too distracting and upsetting to me. And I just went home one day and I said, I'm not going back. I'm not going back to that school. I have to go somewhere else.
Where'd you get your clothes? 5 and dime store?
Such a prevalent thing. It happens to everyone. It's always happened. It will continue to happen. And it's really difficult when I think about having a daughter now. You know, I don't have to worry about this for a little while. She's a year and a half. And so far, you know, all the world loves her. She's completely trusting. She's very open. And I think, oh, it's so wonderful. And that one day when somebody is going to take her toy away or hurt her, and it's so hard as a parent to think, how can I protect her? And you can't. We all have to go through this. And, you know, it's just a part of growing up. And I think high school really does sort of prepare you for real life, because there is nothing more cruel than going through high school. There's just nothing. The kids, the teachers, everything. It's brutal. So I think it is sort of a great preparation in a way for life, if you can make it through.
Molly's character, aside from being someone he's just attracted to because of what she is, she's pretty, she's smart, and interesting, is that she's something away from his normal society, which he's questioning anyway.